we'll continue revising the Murli. The title was Renounce Wasteful Thoughts and Have Powerful Thoughts. And so we had come to this part where Baba was talking, at least one thing from this Murli that we took is that Baba says, no wasteful thoughts. Fill yourself with the jewels of knowledge. And, the love for Baba, even for the body and the mind. Baba was talking. You have to say all the good things for your body, for your mind, and then we can be very happy. Happiness is the blessing. So Baba was talking, where we stopped was to have the power to tolerate. So the foundation for waste thoughts is power to tolerate. So small obstacles comes and double foreigners give up. So Baba was saying that for double foreigners, that you haven't had the sanskars of tolerance from childhood, and this is why you very quickly become afraid. They were also saying, Baba, I feel alone, and that is our tolerance. That when we live in a simple way, in a extended family, or interact with many, the sanskar of tolerance, to some extent, becomes stronger in us. So Baba says that because you don't have the sanskars of tolerance, you get quickly afraid and you change the place or you change the people with whom you get disturbed, but you do not change yourself. We can change people and place, but it is not that the problem doesn't stop, because I need to change. And you now have to change this sanskar, that I have to change myself. So you have to change your sanskar to saying, I have to change myself. I have to tolerate or adjust. You don't have to change the people or others, but yourself. Keep this in your awareness a lot more. You understand? Now change your sanskars from those of double foreigners, the sanskars of those original land. And this itself is a big sentence we can all churn on, that original land means our original self is so full. We don't know who we are, the power that we carry. Double foreigners means, very little memory, I would say. We forget who we are and then we become. So change it from being double foreigners to being those of the original land. Become incarnations of tolerance. You refer to this as adjusting yourself. You must not step away from or renounce anyone or anything, because that's not the solution. And even there is no question of tolerating anyone when we are in the memory or smriti of our originals. Then Baba says the situation of a swan and a stork is different. There may be conflict with them, but it is your duty to continue to try keeping your good wishes for them. There are examples of those who were completely empty, but good wishes, they are now going even further ahead than those who became instruments. Baba says there are examples who didn't want to follow this knowledge, but they have become instruments and they are going ahead of the instruments who brought them to knowledge. So Baba says swan or stork Means, the worldly people, the intellect, not at all spiritual or connected to God, then there will be conflict. But then our duty is to continue to try keeping our good wishes for them. So therefore, try using your good wishes with full force. If you are still unable to do this, then take directions at every step. Because sometimes by stepping away, you do this. Then, when there is something lacking in the Brahmin souls who come, many other souls are also sometimes deprived of claiming their fortune. By stepping away, we do this service because we'll hurt other people's emotion or we don't inspire them at all. So we have to remember why we are here, what is our work, what Baba wants us to do. So if we don't understand our part, then we will make many deprived of claiming their fortune. First of all, try this by yourself. And then if you think that it is a big problem, have it verified by instruments. Find the solution. With good wishes, can you dissolve any negativity or anyone? They may have that worldly sanskars, but that's what we have to accept or not get disturbed with. We have to tolerate. But if your good wishes, your plan is not working out, then have it verified by instrument souls. If they think that it is good for you to separate and you do that, then that is no longer your responsibility. You are simply following directions and you are therefore carefree. Sometimes you leave everything by force. However, when you leave something due to your own mistake, the other soul continues to pull you and your intellect will constantly be pulled there. It's a very deep aspect of us talking because, there are always someone or other. There's a mistake or they do something not righteous for you and there is conflict, but how to handle it? Baba says, if by force, due to your own mistake, you move away from some souls, then those souls will continue to pull you and your intellect will constantly be pulled there. That too becomes a big obstacle, becomes a karmic account, entanglement. You may have become separated physically, but because of having karmic accounts of the mind, you will continue to be pulled. Therefore, verify everything. Verify everything with the instrument souls. This is the philosophy of karma. By breaking away forcefully, your mind will be pulled there again and again. Recognize the philosophy of karma by becoming an embodiment of knowledge and then have it verified. Then finish all karmic bondages by becoming filled with knowledge. Whoever we have some obstacle, conflict, that is a karmic account. And if we are not careful with your actions, our thoughts about them, then karmic bondages never become settled. So recognize the philosophy of karma by becoming an embodiment of knowledge and then have it verified by the then finish all karmic bondages by becoming filled with knowledge. And Baba talks about important aspect, that is jealousy. There is jealousy between Brahmin souls when they are all equal. Then because of this, there is a conflict of sanskars. However, in this, especially think about who it was who made your equals the instrument. Don't look at them and think that so and so has come to perform this duty that so and so has become a teacher or a number one serviceable student. So don't look at person, and Baba is saying don't at them thinking that this person has come to perform this duty and has come to become a teacher or number one serviceable soul, but remember who has put them there. So instead, think about who made that soul an instrument. Even if they have been given that duty by a special instrument soul, then think about who made the instrument teacher and think everything. Everyone who is doing service is appointed by Baba, whichever role. We cannot say that the center sister or the instrument teacher has done a mistake, put somebody who is not doing well or not eligible. So many thoughts may come to our mind. Baba is saying that, think about that soul who has come to do the, special serviceable actions, who made that soul an instrument. And if that soul is given that duty by a special instrument soul, then think about that special instrument soul, that who made them a teacher instrument. When the father is placed in between, Maya will run away. Put Baba in between of all of us. Then only Maya will run away. Jealousy will run away. However, there is a saying, there will either be the father, Pa, or sin, Pa. Baba is not there in between of the serviceable children or the children who have come together to service. Then if father is not there, there is sin or Pa, or that entanglement of karmic accounts will not progress, will be tied down. When you remove the father from between you, sin is committed. Jealousy is also a sinful act, is it not? If, for instance, the father has made someone an instrument, then whatever task the father carries out is filled with benefit. The father has made someone an instrument, then whatever task the father carries out is filled with benefit. If you don't like something in that, it would also be wrong, because all are effort makers. Even if it is wrong, then with your good wishes, you should pass it on to those above you. Means it's up to Baba, it's up to the instrument teachers or sisters. You can bring it on what you are noticing, but don't hold in yourself any wrong actions of others, but then, because then we cannot have good wishes for them. So if you see somebody is doing wrong, we have to remember they are also making effort. So there is nothing, actually, we shouldn't have any judgment about anybody. Everybody is making their effort. Everybody is eligible to earn their fortune, their inheritance. So if you see something wrong, then also with your good wishes, you should pass it on to those above you, not out of jealousy, but with your good wishes and elevated responsibility. Hand over this matter, those above you, with the awareness that the Father's service is your service. And then, after handing it over to them, become carefree yourself. It's not your responsibility anymore. About it, will take care. Then don't think that you told them about that situation and wonder what was done about it. Nothing was done. Whether something is done or not would then be the responsibility of seniors. You told them about it with your good wishes. And your duty is to empty yourself. So beautiful, isn't it? Baba says, don't carry any burden. Empty yourself. Anything that makes me heavy, I have to empty myself. First, I sit with Baba. I share what I want to do. How am I feeling? How I am wanting to fill myself with good wishes. And if that doesn't dissolve that heaviness from me, go and tell to the senior sisters, but empty yourself. There's no hard feelings, nothing I carry out of that action or interaction of those anything, but only good wishes for them, understanding that each of us are making it earn our fortune from Baba. Baba says you told them about it with your good wishes, then also don't wait for what they will do or not do. That's not my part. I don't have to worry about it at all. Then your duty is to empty yourself so you're free. Carefree. You see that the seniors have not paid attention to it, then you may write to them a second time. However, write with the feelings of service. A service for those, right? You know, every soul, each of us have that capacity to see what's wrong and right, but spiritually. I have to first check myself. Am I actually jealous? That means the knowledge part is not clear in me that everybody is equal and making effort, and each one receive equally the inheritance. So I have to understand that we are all equally moving forward. So Baba is saying actually such a practical answer he's giving, that you see and think that it was not taken care of, and write a second time to the seniors, but write with the feelings of service, because something not right in the other person should be lovingly removed by the senior. So have that feelings of service when you write, to look after of it to the senior. If those who are instruments tell you to leave that matter alone, then don't waste your thoughts and time. Don't get jealous. Whose task is it and who made them instruments? Just remember that. With which speciality has that one been made a special soul? Imbibe that speciality yourself, and that will then become a race and not a competition that is race. I'm really loving it how straightforward, simple Baba explains, right? Because our sanskar is to fix things in the world, birth after birth. And we forget Baba. We do. We become the doers. Baba is saying he is Karan Karavan. And do it. And Baba's direction is to tell the seniors, and whatever the seniors say, just don't carry any waste. Don't waste your thoughts and time. Don't get jealous. Remember who made them the first task. And then also Baba is saying that see why they are instruments, why Baba chose them, the speciality they carry. And if I can see that and imbibe that, then yes, I'm erasing and I'll progress. Otherwise, I'll be competing and I will not progress. Competition means I'm seeing the other person's running next to me. Can I do that? Do I have margin for that? Or I look ahead and running so that I can reach my finish line well on time. Baba says never get upset. Someone has said anything, then ask that person with what intention he said that. If he doesn't clarify it, then ask the instruments what your mistake was in that situation. You have had it verified from the top and it was not your mistake, then just become careful. Everyone should understand one thing, that all karmic accounts have to be settled here through Brahmin souls. Many times we say, being Brahmin soul, being Baba's children, knowledgeful souls, look their behavior. And that is not acceptable. But no, can we see as them being the teachers or the instruments to settle my karmic accounts? I should be to them. So Baba says that you should understand one thing clearly, that all your karmic accounts have to be settled here through Brahmins in order to save you from the land of Dharmraj. Brahmins become instruments somewhere or other. So don't be afraid about what is happening in the Brahmin family. The karmic accounts of Brahmin souls are going to be settled through Brahmin souls, and they are now being settled. Therefore, remain happy. Your karmic accounts are soon to be finished. There will be nothing but constant progress. Because karmic accounts pull us backwards, right? They don't. Actually, my own karmic accounts pull me. Papa said in another Murli, you feel sleepy at Amrit Vela because there is heaviness of some karmic account that's pulling you. If we understand that, we will make effort to settle all the accounts with Baba's remembrance. So Baba says, remain happy. Your karmic accounts are soon to finish. So there will be nothing but constant progress. Now make a promise that you won't get confused about small matters, that you won't become problems, but that you will become those who solve problems. Do you want to become solutions? Not at least one thing very clear at some point. I held on to that thought that I don't want to be a problem. I want to be there to make service happen. No matter. And personally, we shouldn't become like personally because, oh, this person didn't do right to me. It is my ego, na? When we become just me and seeing myself. Nothing is right or wrong. Everything is for the settlement of our accounts. Then Baba is saying, America, all of you are the crown on Bab Dada's head. You are elevated souls, are you not? Every thought and every word of elevated souls would be elevated. It is not only sometimes, but all the time, because you are receiving the inheritance for all time. Therefore, when you have a right to receive an inheritance for all time, let your stage also be for all time. Always remember the word constantly. Bapdada is giving all of you children this blessing. You will remain constantly happy and remain constantly in the flying stage. You will remain constantly full of all treasure. Souls who receive such blessings automatically become easy yogis. Is today a day of happiness? Who has more happiness, the father or the children? Children have more happiness. Bapdada is happy that there is no such father in the whole world whose every child is elevated. If Bapdada were to describe the speciality of each child, many years would pass by. You are such special souls. There would be a scripture created of the praise of every child. If you had such faith, you would automatically become constant conquerors of mind. We know our specialities. Let's check. Baba says our specialities go into the scriptures in the corporate. Then Baba is talking to Mexico. Are you as close to the heart as you are physically far away? Do you experience this? have all of you reserved your seat on Bap Dada's heart throne. Bap Dada knows the value of each and every jewel. Every jewel is an instrument to make the task of establishment successful. Do you consider yourself to be such an invaluable jewel? You are such fortunate souls that the Father searched for you from so far away and made you belong to Him. You are multi-million times more fortunate than the great scholars of today in the world, right? So many scholars. Just maintain the happiness that you have attained what you wanted in life. Then Baba's talking New Zealand. New Zealand, you are creating the new land, are you not? You have made yourself new, and so you will also make the world new, will you not? You write and speak of your occupation as being the creators of the new world. Therefore, you will make the place where you live new, will you not? Each place has its own speciality. What is the speciality of New Zealand? The people of Bharat who went to New Zealand have recognized the Father who is making the fortune of Bharat elevated. The children living in Bharat haven't recognized him, but those living abroad now understand the praise of Bharat and the Father. That's the Baba says, foreign land souls will wake up. So somebody was saying just recently, I was in Madhuban, that sometimes I really think that next door people are there, they have recognized Baba, and we have recognized. It feels great. He was a very old German brother. Baba says that those living abroad now understand the praise of Bharat and the Father. Very good children who became separated have emerged in New Zealand. Teachers have been found later. However, the establishment of service took place first in New Zealand. Service took place first, and later, Baba sent who could be the teacher. This is why you courageous children who have zeal and enthusiasm are special. Do you understand? Then Baba is speaking to Germany and particularly Hamburg. Hamburg is a city in Germany. Are all of you Bab Dada's invaluable jewels? What jewels are you and where do you live? Are you the jewels on the forehead? Or are you the garland around the neck or the bracelets? They said all three. So you are Bab Dada's special decorations, are you not? All of you have this intoxication, do you not? You are the children of the Master of the world. Constantly continue to dance with this intoxication and happiness. You have the Father's hand in your hand, and so continue to happily dance all the time in the Father's company. You are from Bab Dada's company and Bab Dada's family. Now there is no need to go anywhere else to any clubs, etc. Let there always be such a sparkle of happiness on your face that your cheerful face acts like a card. Advertising will automatically take place through this. Bab Dada is also happy to see the group. Wherever you may be living, Bab Dada has especially chosen many jewels from there, and they have all reached here. There are special souls in Bab Dada's election. There is selection. One doesn't become a minister or so in this election. Here you become a world. Murli. And um, Murli, I think our attention goes to so many foreigners who are not in Indian body in this birth. Somewhere they were Indian in one or two births before, or for few births, and they are connected. They are, um, same very close to Baba's heart. Brahmin children who become beings. And it's really amazing when Baba mentions about them, how they are found and how they are so much full with zeal and enthusiasm. They're very special, like each one of, no matter where we are, there is a purpose of where we are to do service and to claim our inheritance. So thank you, everyone. We can take a minute of silence. See what's intellectual. Okay, so we can share what is that stayed with you from today's meeting. Thank you. Yes, Gurijas.
When you started the Murli about the change and all, I remember, I don't know the year, whether it was the year of global cooperation, when you change yourself, you change the world. It was such a slogan that in all our t-shirts and everywhere, it was splashed that change yourself to change the world. Change starts from one. So when that para was reading, I just was looking back to the time when it was a very big kind of if you want to call it as a virus or whatever, it spread around. Change yourself to change the world. Before pointing out fingers at others, point one finger at yourself. I always used to like that to say, this gives me a journey to go in. That was the first thing. And these two words which Baba says about a swan and a stork. And then he says anti and instrument. Very well, clarifying over here. And this, of course, but some reservations I have, Anuben, when Baba has said about taking directions. I don't know, I have heard or I have even experienced. Sometimes I feel take directions from seniors or from peer or verifying it and all. Is it always the kind of solution which, because sometimes we see it's, what to say, it's a little bit marginalized. So that one part I think was always a conflict, because there used to be conflicting directions or conflicting things which one gets. So I always used to put the father in between, even
Yeah.
though I know the instrument. So, but that one sentence where Baba has said, if somebody has been made an instrument soul, a special instrument soul, so there has to be some speciality of that instrument soul to become an instrument. I think that one thing, if we keep in mind, then even that thought, that will we receive right directions, will it be okay, or will it be? Otherwise, these jealousy and all, I think in the early days, we used to have a nice course, each anger management, greed, how to do. I still remember those basic course which we used to learn in our initial days. So there even I remember they say the jealousy, the color of jealousy is green, the color of anger is red. So how it really changes the pallor of your face. I was just going through that basic course. And lastly, of course, I like that one word which he said, upset, reset, set on the seat. Om Shanti.
Beautiful. Yeah, about instruments, I think for both, for whom like whose wrong I'm seeing, that is also an instrument Baba chose. That's why that soul is also there, wanting to make effort doing service. And the instrument soul, the sister or the senior, also is appointed by Baba. So I think, to me, I understand that those senior instruments also won't give the, as we read as well, that nothing is done. They will not do anything. They'll just say, okay, you told me, leave it, and they will not do anything. So if we are looking for a solution, they have to correct things. That is where we are wrong. I think the purpose of that is that when I tell to my senior, I'm free. So I have told it that I experienced it. This was not rightly done towards me. I feel this way. This person is doing this. And then they know means Baba knows, of course. Baba says that because if we cannot resolve it by just sharing with Baba, then go and tell them and you are free. Then after that, don't think about it and you just progress. I see it that way. Also, I liked it that Baba said, just look at the specialities, why Baba has chosen them for, and go on to the race, not race. Yeah. But beautiful how you rhyme it, upset to reset, anti to instrument. And what is the first one? Something else Girija sister said. We
Swan
can
and
move.
stock.
Yeah, Swanam.
That though he often mentions in all Murlis and all, but the anti and the instrument, that was something nice.
Somebody who was anti becomes an instrument.
Yeah. I don't know if you've heard Vedanti Ben's experience. So somebody in her service, I think that is the best example for me. How somebody was anti, later became a powerful instrument. uh, when they said, I just thought about so many examples these seniors have. Some of them are really, Anuben, I should really say, I think you have also witnessed. I had the privilege of so many of these seniors and all that, it was Chakratari Ben or Vedanti Ben or Sudesh Ben. Something is there, some kashish is there in that. And they are not my teachers, but somewhere something, even Geeta Behan of Gyan Sarovar, something is there in them, the speciality of these instruments. Like they say, if the High Court fails, you go to the Supreme Court. Sometimes the law says that. I don't know. I think I've tried that and I found that I'm just wasting time when the big commander in chief, Baba, is there. He knows how to take care. Om Shanti.
True. So anyone else who would like to share what stayed with you?
Om Shanti. It is it has issues management session with how to resolve conflicts. Somewhere or the other, we also sometimes fall into the eyes of others, like we are not doing the great service. Similar is the other way. We might be finding that the other souls are not doing.
It's a little bit hard to understand. Actually, it's not clear. Maybe not by. There's some disturbance.
Sister, is it any better, sister? Hello?
I think, yeah, it is better. Yes, brother, you can
So I
share.
was mentioning that I was getting a lot of solutions from this Murli on HR issues management. So be it in the Brahmin life or elsewhere, there are these two definite points that the soul or the person who has been appointed definitely has some speciality, and for a larger good, that is for the service of other people at least, we should let go. We should probably forgive. And the way to resolve the conflict between the two is what Baba has mentioned, to keep Baba in between or to get it verified from seniors. And I think by then the conflict within would start resolving. Because it's all the clutter, it's all the ways that whirls around before coming to a final conclusion. So it is better that we let go and look at the qualities that would probably resolve our own issues first and make us calm first, and then the relationship can build up.
Mhm.
So definitely, that is a very nice point Baba has brought.
Yeah, beautiful thing. Let go for the greater good and trust or have faith in Baba. No, if I'm questioning about the instrument Baba has put there, means I am questioning like to my faith or Baba. You know? Yeah, that
Um,
is a part.
Anuben, can I just ask the brother something? I don't know if Vinod Bhai, you have heard of this clash of the titans. See, over here, when it is very easy to settle a karmic account with a non-Brahmin, but when the Brahmin accounts are settled through Brahmins' souls, I have witnessed for myself. It really reminded me of that movie Clash of the Titans. It becomes sometimes so difficult to say who's right because both are Brahmins. When both are Brahmins, both are knowledgeful, and both know everything, and both have so much power from them. And secondly, both are loved by God equally. So those times, I really think whatever power I just remember like it looks like the clash of the titans. But over here, as Baba says, it will be settled. Even though it's clash of the titan, it isn't that one titan will kill the other. No, both will emerge powerful because both have got knowledge from the children. But I was just thinking about Brahmin souls, which Baba three words of Brahmin comes in that sentence. I don't know. I suddenly thought about Clash of the Titans.
That's good. Very nice. Yeah, Brahmins and Brahmins. That's why we only will settle the highest because a Brahmin with non-Brahmins won't work. It's beautiful, Vinod Bhai. Thank you. Let go, and also the Baba has to be in between. That's it.
Somehow, sister, I feel that yesterday's Murli, which was actually the first part, mentioned that we should not be afraid of Maya. I mean, I guess that is a very vicious environment then. Since a lot of clashes are happening, then we should not be afraid of it, is what I take.
Mhm. Yeah, there is another Murli where it also says that whom Baba loves most, more obstacles will come, Maya will come. That means Baba sees the potential in you, and Baba is saying that all these obstacles you have to go, you have to cross over, you have to settle. Say it that
Anuben,
way.
there's also another Murli where Baba said the tree will shake. Brahmin tree will shake.
Yeah, yeah. Towards the end, not far. Okay, Vijit Bhai, we'll hear from you. Thank you.
Yeah. So the good wishes is what Baba highlighted, right? Another point. Having good wishes for everyone. So we should not get upset. Baba said never get upset. So the thing is the the Dharmarajpuri we all know, right? So we have to be saved there. So before going there, all the settlement has to happen here because this is the place where all settlement takes place. Right. So so that means there's going to be a situation wherein we will have to, face one another. I mean, everybody is working out of their sanskar to come out of what their defects, what their weaknesses are. And nobody has become perfect yet, and they all are on their own journey. So when they continue the journey, of course, they will also have some of the other, problems because they have not become perfect yet. So the way to become perfect is that we have to go through that challenges. Like when you deal with a non-PK, it becomes easy for you because it becomes easy for you to tolerate a person because you'll have that you know you would know that he is an ignorant soul. He doesn't know because you, being a knowledgeable soul, it becomes easy for you. But when we deal with Brahmins, they already know everything, the secrets of knowledge. But when we deal with Brahmins, I feel we go to more subtle parts of the knowledge to understand what that is, right? So that will make us more powerful, right? Because a warrior is becoming a great warrior only when he go on the battlefield and fight, right? So similarly, right, when we are on the battlefield, whether it is Brahmins or non-Brahmins, right? So sailing through these problems it's all different means for us to get to our destination in a perfect form. So if you take a stone, right, that stone is coming from a big mountain, and when it reaches the bottom, right, the whole shape of the stone will get changed, right? It will become like a Shivalinga. So there, on that way from the top to the bottom, right? So that path, a lot of uh, with other stones, right? It hits, and then all the edges are cleared, right? And then it becomes like a Shivalinga, a beautiful one. Then the recognition that the stone has is different, right? Then it is worthy of worshipping. So the path is difficult always, but we have to walk on that path because that's how we will get to our destination. That is one way to look at it. Function. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah, you have to keep moving. The polishing, right? Polishing will happen through that hard path. And once polished, I think that's what you said, that even you are changed. The others are seeing you completely because you're different. And I also loved it that you said that the subtle knowledge points, we start to reflect and understand more when we have the test papers with Brahmins. And it is absolutely necessary, the clash of titans, necessary for really understanding this knowledge more deeply and clearly and settling accurately. And then you're polished, be worship. That's beautiful. Thank you. Is there anyone else who has any point to bring on? Om brother says, जितना बड़ा संघर्ष होगा सफलता उतनी ही शानदार होगी. The big the fight is, the success is accordingly that spec. So how the soul experiences embodiment of solutions through elevating thoughts now at the confluence age creates sanskars for being the higher status in the golden age. Through having elevated thoughts, embodiments of solutions. And that becomes the sanskars of being the, like achieving that, becoming. Baba always talks about status. Status means clarity, power in the intellect. More, power in the intellect, the knowledge is clear, you will achieve a higher status. You will become an emperor or king to be able to manage. Yeah. Thank you everyone for this beautiful journey. I'm taking many, many points with me. Let's take just a few minutes onto our total silence and stillness and reflect on few points. Today's Murli. So relax fully wherever you are sitting. Take a few deep breaths in and out. And as you do, feel the peace circulating through your body. And you relax every part of your body fully. Check your shoulders are loose, easy. And you experience the gentle touch of your soul, the beautiful spiritual light shining bright at the center of your forehead. This light is constant, connected and touched with the source, the sweet Father, the highest on high. You feel the beautiful shine of the soul shining through you. In this connection, you start to see how so beautifully the sweet Father, Baba, is decorating you with your speciality. You have so many specialities. All are hidden. Continuing through this journey, hidden in the mud of the body consciousness. Baba is washing you through with his loving light and all your specialities. You see your specialities as you see your companionship with Baba. You get eyes of special with which you see the specialities in others. You see how lovingly Baba has chosen them to claim their inheritance, their fortune. And as I remember this purpose of all of us coming together, then I start to cooperate constantly. I become instrumental to enable others to progress, to enable others to live. And I keep moving forward, claiming my sweet on the sweet path. We move together. And I, the being, is filled with the good wishes, with the power of God, with the intoxication of being chosen by Baba, with the happiness of being loved. I simply shine with love and good wishes for all, with courage, power to pass through any storms of mind with dignity, with grace, with power, shining beautifully with God's love. Constantly see the destiny. I constantly become instrumental and cooperation for others. We are moving together. So I keep. And I constantly carry this in my memory, in my awareness. And I carry this light of God in me. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. See you again.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Anuben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a wonderful day.